Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rowan, the Lyranwitch. Today we're back with another collective message, and I'm going to just see what Spirit has to say to everybody. I'm just smoke cleansing the altar here. And just so you know, I'm going to be giving away 2 free readings once I hit 1,000 subscribers. To be in the running, all you have to do is make sure that you're subscribed and leave me a comment letting me know what you think, or just that you're interested. Thank you to everybody who takes the time to let me know what you think, to book personal readings, energy healing, animal communication sessions, and coaching. And to everybody who takes the time to send donations. I so appreciate you guys. Thank you to all of my new and returning subscribers. It's so cool to see this channel growing. Let's see what's going on today. Okay, we have Queen of Wands in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse, 8 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles reversed, and 9 of Cups reversed. So there's a lot of very twisted energy. Wow, 7 of Swords came out right as I said that. There's some pretty twisted energy around a connection here. This seems like it could be a romantic connection, but I'm going to get some more insight and see what's coming up. Basically, like a lot of upset feelings, bitchiness, some people who aren't telling the truth about how they're actually feeling, and that causing them to leave things behind that previously really made them feel good or feel like they mattered in a situation. Yeah, with the Knight of Wands here, this could have to do definitely with a romantic situation, because we have the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands in reverse, which to me is somebody coming in a more immature energy, wanting to rush forward into a relationship and not giving the Queen of Wands what she deserved, causing this to go in reverse here. Queen of Wands in reverse is very hasty, gets kind of caught up in quick decision making, very quick to have feelings, quick to rush to the bedroom, that type of energy. And I feel like this Queen of Wands had to cut off this other person and leave them behind because they weren't bringing enough to the table. Maybe we're making this queen wait as well. And this doesn't have to be a gendered energy. Either one could be any gender, okay? Yeah, somebody was being deceptive for sure. And it caused, let's see. Yeah, whoever this more immature energy is, this knight, was definitely not telling the truth about how they were feeling. They were trying to balance too many things at once, possibly juggling people, but more than likely juggling emotions. There's some childhood trauma that this person hadn't dealt with, and they weren't actually able to provide a stable or peaceful home life. It's not even about money. This is really just like the energy of laying a foundation with somebody, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. It was not here. They were a Page of Cups in reverse. The real blockage they were coming in with was emotional. And also having the strength to, really feel themselves. Like, this is a very insecure person. Whoever this Knight of Wands is, in this situation, felt very unsure of themselves to the point where it caused them to be manipulative and or deceptive to the other person. Yeah, and the other person was showing up as the Queen of Cups. Somebody who's very nurturing, very giving. That's how the situation started. And, this Queen of Cups turned into a reverse Queen of Wands and Queen of Swords. So things went very, very south with this situation, whatever it was. And I feel like this isn't a present energy. I think that this probably has already happened. This queen has already moved on. And this Knight of Pentacles Knight of Wands, I misspoke, is trying to return as a Knight of Pentacles. This person has grown up a little bit. For me to misspeak here is saying that that energy is present, okay? And I feel that this person's grown up and they consider themselves in the Pentacles now, but they're still not a king. Like, they haven't processed the emotional issues that they had. And that's causing them to maybe seek out too many other people to share their share their energy with, and this could be them seeking out romantically. But for most of them, I actually feel like it's just them having too many people in everybody else's business. Like they might have shared your secrets with other people, or shared their own secrets with too many people. Like there's too many hands in the pot with this relationship or this connection. And I think that at one point, this Queen of Cups that got reversed and got flipped around and twisted up in this situation, she's naturally a knight of, or I'm sorry, she's naturally a high priestess. I keep wanting to call everyone knights in this reading for some reason. But she's naturally this high priestess energy, and this came up in reverse, which is telling me that this person made her doubt herself. Like really left her feeling defeated and feeling like the sun was not possible in this situation. Like nothing could be built here. And there was only one decision to make. This Queen of Cups had to leave so that she could win. So that she could have victory somewhere else. Even though this was something precious, she was willing to throw it away because it was holding her back. Because it was keeping her destitute in some way. Emotionally, financially, possibly both. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles came up in reverse here. This made this queen person feel like she couldn't have anything long lasting. This was a very traumatic experience and situation for her. And it felt like she was closed off from opportunity. This person, this knight here, was showing up in such an insecure energy that it was making her insecure about herself. Because she felt like, well, how is it that I'm not able to make you feel comfortable when I'm all about you? And it had nothing to do with her. It had everything to do with this other person. There were real feelings here, and I feel like there are still real feelings here. Definitely for this person, this knight. I think that the queen may have lost her feelings. Or they might just be dulled down because there's been too much pain here. But Spirit is saying there is real potential for growth here, surprisingly. For the Ten of Cups to come up, and the Page of Pentacles, it's saying, if you choose, you can grow with this person. You can flip this around and cooperate and build something with this person, and possibly a shared friend group. One or both of you has been watching the other, not in a creepy way, but just to see if the other person's okay. Like you both had some wounding from this situation. And it's like one or both of you is looking in on the other and seeing if the other person's freed themselves yet. I feel like this was a soulmate relationship. Yeah, the Hierophant. So it's a spiritual relationship or a spiritual potential for a commitment, Four of Wands here, that was coming up with this person. And I feel like what happened is there was too much wounding in the way. Spirit, please tell me about this wounding. Like, why is this so prevalent? Okay. Three of Swords. There's definitely some heavy wounds here. You want me to switch decks? It's a lot of wounding around money, they're saying, and around not feeling seen or not feeling like you or they are enough. I think that both of you had this kind of same experience. And whenever you came together romantically, it was kind of like there was more of a parent-child relationship happening with both of you. It's interesting. Like, there was some kind of, like, inappropriateness to this relationship, is what they're saying. The guides are telling me, like, there's an inappropriate aspect to this relationship. Not in the sense of, like, somebody was too young, somebody was too old, anything like that, but more of an inappropriate in the sense that somebody felt like they didn't have power in this scenario, and the other person was trying to compensate too much, but they also didn't feel powerful. So it was like two people who felt powerless showing up in opposite ways. One was trying to be too assertive or too dominant, and the other person was being too submissive or too giving. This might have even been, how do I say this for YouTube? There could have been some, like, kink thing going on here that got, like, screwed up, or somebody didn't know enough or wasn't wise enough in that world, or that scenario to know how to be, but they wanted to be. I don't know. I can't really go into too much detail here about that, but it's like, there's been a lot of tears cried on both sides. You know, they're showing me this person holding this water, and it's like tears they cried. One or both of you has compensated for the pain that you felt in this relationship by working or studying really hard. Somebody has traveled a lot because they wanted to get away from this, and they wanted to get out of this paralysis feeling. Look how many work cards. It's like you both have the same kind of energy, but you're compensating in different ways. This might be a neurodivergent connection also, where like one or both of you had some kind of executive dysfunction or something where it made it really hard to run errands, and maybe the other person had to compensate, or you were both just struggling with like executive dysfunction stuff, like trying to keep up with the house, trying to make food, trying to get your clothes washed, like really basic stuff. And with the death card coming up here, somebody might have been really sick or had a death around them that they were grieving. Like there could have been grief or physical ailment happening that made it really hard to do things. There could have been like transport issues. Like somebody might not have had a car or had to like commute in a way that was really exhausting or draining or something. And that also put a strain on things and was like triggering some kind of, I don't know, it's like all of these different things were happening to trigger these childhood wounds. And it kind of made both of you have this connection that, this is funny, it's like a connection between two old people, but you were both young. So it was very strange. It's like you were both going through these deaths of different aspects of your life that most people don't have to go through, separately but together, if that makes sense. This can also indicate that there could have been disability involved, and you both just had to really slow down, or one person had to compensate a whole lot for the other one, and it made it feel like an old person connection, and that like passion wasn't happening the way it needed to or something. There's a lot of different scenarios. There was some kind of deficit happening here, and it made one person go in and like really connect with maybe their cosmic family, if you identify as a starseed, or it could have also been like this energy of having a spiritual awakening or some kind of supernatural experience, and then really buckling in and researching sacred geometry and like all kinds of supernatural stuff, and just really like studying deeply, like going into oneself about it. The other person might have gone the opposite direction and like wanted to explore their world completely, or take some kind of leap of faith in terms of career, in terms of finance, like do something physically. Like one person is very internal and the other person was very external about their exploration and getting out of this like elderly type of energy. This is for somebody. This is definitely not for everybody, but I just saw the murder card show up. Somebody might have survived a murder attempt, or somebody around them could have been murdered. That's very specific. That's not for everybody, obviously. But that could have been the cause of like why there was so much trauma here that made it hard to go shopping, hard to keep in touch with people, constantly like trying to keep track of, almost like trying to control the external environment. For those of you who had this like unaliving scenario, whatever you want to call it. I forget what word I'm supposed to use, but whatever that is, this other person might not have told you the depth of it. Like, if you know this other person went through some extreme trauma when they were younger and they were kind of close-lipped about it, I feel like they didn't tell you everything, and it was much worse than you were told. And there might have been some even like dissociation happening that was pretty extreme. That's for somebody. Oh my god, what'd I just say? Yeah. Yeah, this person had, whoever this was, whoever that's for, they had a very messed up childhood. And it makes them try to control situations now because they're afraid of how things could turn out. They're always trying to like calculate what other people are trying to do, and it might have come off as very manipulative, and in a way it is, but I feel like it's actually from a place of just trying to maintain safety for one or both of you. But it could have come off as them trying to control the person who is very external, who needs that external freedom. This person, whoever that is, the controller, could work with kids because they want to protect kids because they had a bad childhood. They wouldn't say that, but that's what is going on there. Okay. I want to know what card just flipped over. Okay, they want me to keep the kids card out. Oh my goodness. Oh man, okay. This is getting intense. Alright. Here's what they want me to talk about. There is an entity that has been messing with this connection. So if this is something that's been like stuck on you and you haven't been able to get this scenario out of your head, even though you're not in the same place in your life and you still think about this person, I feel like you both had a childhood where there were entities around because the people that were around you both were not good. They were not good people. And it might have taken you until you were way older to realize these people were very sick. This has caused a part of you to like retreat inward and kind of hide. I think that both of you were using education or academics as a way to escape feeling really, really isolated and alone because of what these people either did to you or the energies they were bringing around you because of things they did to other people. For some of you, there might have been an adult in your life that was taking advantage of children and connected with other people online who did that also. You're picking up what I'm laying down. I can't get into all that here. Some of you, like, this was your family and you had to burn bridges because of them. They were very loud about trying to convince other people of their narrative, but behind the scenes, they were involved in some very shady stuff. Okay? And you were escaping by focusing on your academics while all this stuff was happening to blow up in your life. This is how a lot of you got to your spiritual awakening. Some of you might be very connected to like Mother Mary or Mary Magdalene because she was like a protector of children. Shouldn't say was, she's a present energy, but you understand what I'm saying. Lovers in reverse. Ten of Wands reverse. There's a lot of healing from this past situation or relationship or whatever this was. On both ends, both people are healing from this. If executive dysfunction or trauma that affected daily life was an issue, it's not anymore, or it's alleviated quite a lot. And daily things are easier now, I'm hearing. Six of Swords in reverse. There's this sense of maybe not wanting to continue moving away and taking stock of what you had or the people that you used to work together with or currently work together with. Maybe even realizing this person wasn't as bad for some of you. This is not for everybody, okay? This is a collective reading. So if you're like, I never want this person back in my life, this isn't going to be a reading. All right? Like, I really shouldn't have to say that. You know how tarot works. I expect you to come in here with the spirit of discernment, okay? If you want a personal reading, you know where my links are. Just saying. I get really tired of seeing those comments. They're annoying. You get how it works. But anyway, yeah, with this High Priestess and the Chariot in reverse, there's a sense of like taking stock of where you were. And again, this harkens back to a previous reading, a couple previous readings I did, where this is a time of making sure that you're tying up all your loose ends. This person was a loose end for a lot of you. One or both of you might be considering like acting as a Knight of Cups type of energy, like not being 100% sure because you want to scope this person out, but realizing that a lot of the swords that were in both of your backs with this situation were actually due to entities and energies that were outside of both of you. And with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, you know, there's almost this feeling of taking stock of who you want to take with you to the next part of your journey, okay? The Nine of Cups in reverse. There's an energy of like not being satisfied with the type of relationships that you have around you now, whether friendships, chosen family, or relationships. And I feel like the type of love that you might have for this person transcends just romance. This is happening for a lot of people right now. King of Swords in reverse, however, is telling me that this is a cutoff situation. Like, nobody has spoken in a long time. You know, there's a Three of Swords here, too. There's a lot of silence, but a lot of thinking and a lot of mental energy beneath the surface here for both of you. Wanting stability with the sea turtle. Look, there's like a turtle below the surface. And with cycles and the hair, this is telling me that, you know, you've been through multiple cycles with this person. This might be somebody that's coming in and out of your life, or you've come in and out of their life. There's a lot of like soulmate relationships that do those kind of things because there will be energy attacks from the people around you or from the entities around you before you finish up your cleansing. Or you're not finishing up, but like the initial cleansing that you have to do when you go through your spiritual awakening is important. And if that's not complete whenever you meet a soulmate relationship, there will be huge attacks. But the good news is with Ganesha coming up here, I feel like one or both of you is ready to step into a leadership position here. With the eyes in the background, it's like you or them have been watching this situation for a while and are ready to break through barriers. Like overcome the obstacles that have showed up here. There's a lot of communication through songs with Orca here. And this person or you might have kind of an aggressive energy, not in a mean way or like a malicious way, but you know, the orca is a very like vicious animal actually, and they work together to take things down, right? And there's this energy here of like you're both spiritual assassins. That's like your energy signature with this person. Like you're both badass in your own right, but you stepped into it more quickly than this other person did. And because of that like spiritual assassin energy, whenever they come through in these songs or telepathically or however they're communicating with you in the astral right now, it might feel more like an intrusion. And that's just the nature of their energy. I don't feel like they're attacking you. I don't feel like this is a negative energy. I don't feel like they're a bad person or under influence, actually. I feel like this person has healed. They might not be where you're at, but I feel like they're on the path. You know, it's like if they're not on their north node now, they're like 3 steps away from it, and they're about to get there. They're finishing up this hermit mode. Oh my god. Okay, this person, whatever their gender, has the energy of a cranky old woman. For some of you, this is like somebody who they can come off as like cranky or crotchety or like bitchy at times, but it's funny. This is bringing to mind like do you remember in Army of Darkness there was like an old woman that attacked Ash in the sewer? I don't know why, but it's bringing up like the old woman entity from that, but in a funny way, because that always like was dark humor. Like this person might have a very dark humor. Anyway, let me know if you're an Army of Darkness fan, because we'll be friends, but let's see. Okay, we have 3 of Wands in reverse came up here. So this person, though, hasn't made a lot of these new changes in the physical yet, but it's like their whole mindset and approach to life has changed. They're just in the process of actually like changing the things physically in their lifestyle or whatever, and cutting off the things that need to be cut off. There's certain truths that they've explored for themselves that were very ugly, and they had to do those alone. Ace of Swords. This person is connected to their Egyptian lineage with Bastet, or Sekhmet. In particular, Bastet, though. 2 of Cups. You both had a past lifetime, multiple past lifetimes, but one of them was in ancient Egypt, working with Bastet and Anubis, like funerary type of energy, or like perfume, working with the perfumes. Something about visiting ruins. That might have been a dream that somebody had. Lovers again. Tower in reverse. And 4 of Pentacles. Okay, they're giving me a whole separate thing with this 4 of Pentacles. Holy cow. And the 9 of Pentacles. With this 4, something was taken from somebody else that was not you guys. Okay, there's some kind of third party, not like cheating type of third party. A third party can be any energy that's outside of the 2 people that you're reading, okay? But there was somebody outside of this connection that something was taken from in order to keep you apart. Interesting. Somebody might have made a sacrifice to keep you apart, or done spell work to keep you apart. Could have been a woman, doesn't have to be. An aunt for somebody. Yeah, like a Queen of Swords in reverse type of energy. This is somebody who just like blurts out what they're thinking, doesn't have much tact in conversation, is kind of rude, maybe even bossy. Again, can be male, female, non-binary, whatever. Yeah, like while you 2 were working on something together, that this third person might have conjured this entity or known about this entity and had an interest in keeping you apart and keeping you in this 2 of Wands energy from being able to bring things into fruition together. The 6 of Cups, there might have been a long pause between the last time you spoke with this person or saw this person and now. I'm talking years for some of you. There was this energy of never being able to fully bury this. You know, if you might have gone through like multiple periods of time where you're like, I'm just gonna put this to rest. And it's like it never could rest. You were always bothered by this. Like you felt like you were supposed to meet up with them again. 4 of Wands, like there's some kind of commitment here that was supposed to happen and it just didn't. The King of Cups in reverse, there's silence. You know, emotionally, like something died off and it never quite made sense why. And I feel like, you know, there's this family entity, but there's also this kind of, I'm hearing a manager of the family entity. That's weird. Why would they call it a manager? I don't know if this was like a family business situation and the entity is literally embodied in a person for some of you, but they're saying a manager of the family entity. Like banking? What? Okay. Like my branch manager demon. Alright, the Nine of Wands. Seven of Wands reversed. Got the Devil, the Sun, Eight of Wands, and the World in reverse. Yeah, there's like feeling trapped after a long battle. Somebody might have gotten addicted to either a substance or habits that don't work for them or don't do well for them, and it might be out of character. But with the Sun here, Eight of Wands, and the World in reverse, I'm honestly taking this to mean that, like, you've been through the trials and tribulations, and you're putting this to rest now. Like, whatever these bad habits were, you know about them, and you're actively working on them. They might not be fully over yet with the World in reverse, but they're going to be. Some of you are working with dragon guides on this, or being protected by dragon guides, so that you can set down this Ten of Wands. But let's see what this person's intentions are. You know, because we have the Seven of Pentacles, Five of Cups here. Whoa. And some cards fell on the ground here. Knight of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Knight of Swords. This person's working really hard to get free of this entity. I feel like you're both aware of it now, but this other person just recently became aware of it and went through some kind of drastic change that left them feeling run down or defeated, but nonetheless, like, working on it. With the Knight of Pentacles, like, they're coming towards you. Kind of, this person's, like, got a hilarious energy. Like, I'm telling you, they remind me of, like, a grouch, but in a funny way. I don't know, they're, like, real dry sense of humor, like, sarcastic. I don't know. There's something about this person that makes me laugh, but it's, like, a dark sense of humor. And I feel like this person is going to try to come back around because they are aware that you were aware of something way before they were. And they're like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened this way. It's like they want to make things right with you, and they're not even sure what to say, but they're gonna, I'm hearing, put their foot in their mouth until something is said properly or conveyed properly to you. Like, they're not gonna give up this time. I'm seeing an old-fashioned telephone, like a rotary phone. What's the rotary phone about, Spirit? They're saying, like, I'm going to be old-fashioned. I want to talk on the phone. They don't want to talk through text or DM. Dove Spirit is here. It's the beginning of a new emotional experience for you. It might be the first blush of romantic love, the rebirth of a current relationship, or the awakening of spiritual gifts or insights. You can't make it up. This is also going to be opening the way for abundance for some of you, because it's like, whenever you come together with soulmates, however they are in your life, it's like a road opener for both of you. It's like a way of, whenever you overcome any kind of really intense loneliness or grief, other people gravitate to you. Like, other people learn from you in that time. You get the resources that you need. You're able to save things, right? You're able to come together and do what you need to do to establish either a chosen family or reunite with family that literally reunite, renewal. And Raccoon also talks about, like, taking off the mask, revealing things that have been hidden, because you were both hiding a lot of things. You were both, like, trying to protect yourself from being stolen from, in a way. Like, you didn't trust each other, and I feel like this is a new time of being able to start over from the beginning and, like, reestablish trust together, rebuild something, like a good friendship, first of all. This isn't going to be this anymore, this tug of war crap. Like, you've already done that together. And yeah, look, white tiger. A wonderful new opportunity presents itself. It may come as a surprise, but you'll still want to leap into action and passionately pursue every opportunity. Spring may be significant. This has come up in a couple readings now. It's like you're preparing. There's some kind of preparation happening for a really good come up or, opening that happens in spring for a lot of people here. But right now, you might still be coming out of Hermit, or this other person might be coming out of Hermit. So at this time, don't rush into anything. That might be what you feel like doing, but try to take it easy. Try to take it slow. Really focus in. Some of you are aligned with Ganesha. If you honor Ganesha, this is a good time to really get clear with his energy, to be able to overcome the other obstacles that you have that would keep you from making room in your life to have this person around, as a friend, as a lover, as chosen family, whatever it is for you. I feel like for most of you, this is a love situation, but I'm not going to say for everyone. Get yourself to this Empress mode. Sorry, I'm not holding the cards up for longer. I don't censor my cards, but I probably should. But yeah, anyway, that's what I have for you guys. Actually, I'll get one more. And then I really do need to get moving. Oh, your dragons. Oh my goodness. Your dragon protectors and your spirit guides are absolutely looking out for you. Some of you might see owls or see dragonflies a lot during this time, and that's just your guides letting you know that they have your back through this, okay? Just know that the things that you've needed to do to clear the way are pretty much done. You're just doing the last things that need to happen so that nobody else and nothing else can knock you off your throne again, so that you feel very comfortable being able to be around other people. And so that you can get to unity with others and not feel scared of them because of the things that you've had to go through in your life. Oh my goodness. 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands has come up in the last 3 or 4 readings. Oh my gosh, guys. Definitely go back and check those out if you haven't. Let's see. It came up in the Akashic Records reading that I just did. It came up in the one before that as well, about closing out old cycles behind enemy lines. And then the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're just going to leave it there. That's a beautiful ending. I love you guys. I hope this helped. Don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe if you would like to be in the running for a free reading. And you can always book with me at my website. I love you. Sending you peace.